Good morning, good morning. This is Lori from the Pink Girly channel, and I'm still fussing around with my jelly plate. So I'm just going to continue to work on a few things here until some folks pop in. It's almost like if you don't move, you're getting a jelly print on you. I might be in a little bit of a rut, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just once I have the mess out, I like to do a bunch of stuff. I'm still working on pages. For anyone that was here, what was it, Friday? I'm working on these pages that I have from a book I took apart. I picked up at Five Below, a journal. And I still have some of the pages are stitched together, but I have all these loose pages. And then I coffee stained them. I was trying to figure out what I could do to cover up what I didn't like on the page, and then it occurred to me, oh, I could jelly print on them. So that's what I've been doing mostly. So I'm only doing half at a time, and then I have, good morning, Barbara. I was hoping you were going to be able to pop on in. How are you? I'm trying. I painted the sides of my little mini comp books and thinking I could print on them, but I'm not getting a very good press. Good morning, Marty. How are you? Crazily clever. Oh, I hadn't thought of that. That's good. I'm good with that. This is just random stuff. See, now all that looks pretty good, but I don't think that's enough to pick up a complete cover. But see, this is where I struggle. If I put white on there, then the white is just so dominant. All right, so I want to put on, I have this color painted on this little guy. So maybe if I just put on a little bit of that, a little bit of that, and a little bit of this. And then I was using my larger brayer for this. I think this is, yep, this is a squeaky one. Well, it's a beautiful day here in South Jersey. They opened the pool in we live in a 55 plus. They opened the pool yesterday. Hubby went around to the pool. Boy, I'll tell you what, you sit a couple of days and do some jelly printing. And if you clean your brayer off in a composition book or whatever, magazine, journal, man, in a day or so, you've got a really nice start. Good morning, Tina. Happy Sunday to you. All right, let's see if this is going to pull up anything. So I just figured I'll fiddle around here until we get a few more folks in. And then I'm going to tell you why I think I'm either beautiful in Central Florida. I was just in Ann's, and she said it's supposed to get up to 90 there today. Well, she's not central, I guess. Maybe where is Ann? I know the name of Ann's town, but it's not coming to me. I think I have too much. Yeah, that's a redo. That other one doesn't look too bad. Let me see what I can get on this one. I feel like I'm pressing down everywhere. Anyway, I think it's supposed to get really warm here later today, too. All right, I was thinking I want to print on some fabric today. Yeah, it's supposed to get hot here, but... And Barbara said, it's raining, it's pouring. Okay, so I'm a Phillies fan. They play baseball, for people that don't know. They cannot win a freaking game from, I'm sorry if I offend you, but from the Mets. Okay, I'll just say the Mets. So I was a little disgruntled yesterday while they were playing the game. And what else do I have that I can print on here? I've got so many different things going. Oh, I have another book here. At one point, it was pouring. I mean, really pouring. I can't believe they didn't at least delay the game. But I guess they watched the radar and they knew it wasn't going to last too long. So, there you have it. All right, so I just did a standalone video. I haven't uploaded it yet. I'll probably do that maybe tomorrow or Tuesday. And the gist of that video is jelly printing in composition books. So I'm showing printing in the. Do you watch the YouTube channel The Philly Captain? No. Oh, I'll have to look him up. And I'm printing in the mini comp book. And there probably are other comp books too, but I'm just focusing on the 3 that I have, which are, say it again, Laura, the mini, and then one of these halfers. This is upside down. And then I'm also using the large for my roll-offs. And then cleaning my, like the stamps and stuff that I've been using. Let me get a good one here. And then you can like keep going over them, right? I mean, look how cute that is. So really, in a little bit of time, I've got a pretty nice start on an art journal. You know, this is kind of maybe some of the crazy part, or clever, that I'm going to talk about in a little while. All right, Tina says he posted a video talking about this awful smell he was smelling. He pans the camera over so you can see the stadium and says, oh, it's just the Mets. Love him. Gonna have to tune in and subscribe. And then my sister, who's like, okay, all right. So like, I feel like I'm a fairly goody two shoes most of the time, okay? But my youngest sister, she's like a really super goody two shoes. And she's like, well, it's not really the Mets' fault. The Phillies just aren't real. I'm like, it's the Mets. Anywho, I don't know. It's not a good night. Well, to be fair, hasn't been a good night for baseball for the last 3 or 4 nights. All right, so I need to clean this up. Let me grab another. Let me see. What do I want to put on the back of this one? Maybe I'll put some purple. And then what I'm going to do, I love it, Tina. I just love it. is put some fabric here, then hopefully, you know, these little books will look cute as a button. And we all know I love my buttons. All right, what was I was going to put some kind of purple on here. All right. So I've been messing around, as I've said, with my gel plate for a couple days. And I mean messing. I have a mess everywhere. I keep picking up the squeaky wheel. And I don't think this is going to do much. Might have to put another print on here. Boy, I'm so very heavy-handed, not only with the paint, but also with the roller. See, if you do it correctly, you don't get that line. Anywho. And then I started to put some things on that I thought would look cute if they had stems, but I really don't have anything for a stem. And then I thought, well, I could use a paintbrush. I really could use a paintbrush. So then I started messing around a little bit. Good morning, Angie. What are you working on, Ange? All right, let's see if I can get this to do anything on one of my. We'll use this loose. Got a couple of these loose pages. Well, they're all loose. Some of them are folios, and then some of them are singles like this that I couldn't keep it together. I just couldn't keep it together for whatever reason. And then Anne Lar has her own channel. She was on this morning. She had mentioned maybe in Carol's. Oh my gosh, Barbara, that sounds delicious. All right, Angie's cleaning her craft corner and her bedroom. Good girl. Maybe I could hire you to come clean mine, Ange. My room is a mess. Okay. I'm not proud of this, but I'm just being honest. I haven't cleaned my room. Still have stuff I haven't unpacked from my trip. Okay, that was last November. So, anywho, I was saying Anne. Anne had mentioned a channel. It's called the Bohemian Crafter or something like that. Bohemian Crafting or something like that. Lady's got a really thick accent. Anyway, I went and subscribed, and something popped up that she was just uploaded a video. So I went and checked it out this morning, and she's doing all kinds of envelopes. She doesn't show you how to do them on this particular video, but really, you don't really need her to if you've been arting and crafting for a while. Some really cute ideas. So I thought on some of these, oops, I might just make a couple envelopes. I had some little squares of paper sitting that I could then make little envelopes. Let's see, I have some more here. You know how like sometimes you just have a corner? Oh, Marty says her name is Eva. Okay, yeah, I haven't watched anything else of hers yet. It's on my list to do. So I thought it might be fun if we made a couple of little tiny mini envelopes. Now this isn't, you know, have to measure. This isn't cut real great, but I thought I could mess around and jelly print on a couple of these pages. And then I have some fabric I want to print on. So I'm just going to continue to work. If you have any questions for me, if you put it in caps, it really is helpful for us to kind of pick it out a little bit. Pick it out. I haven't done much green. Green's my fave. So let's see. Whoa, got some color shift. The only problem really with jelly printing sometimes is that, at least for me, I tend to get out every color I own. What's that? Dark Hauser green. That should be down there. I don't really like to open two bottles of the same color if I have it. See, I'm still really squeezing out a lot of heavy colors. Just too much on the plate. Okay, so I'm going to do dark green. I'm going to do light green. Let me do a lime in the coconut. So I hope everyone is well. What's going on? Reader board thumbs. Oh, thanks, Barb. Angie says, can I say that any of you have not done anything to me? You're all family. Oh, okay, Ange. I'm glad to know that. All right, so I'm going to put a little of the lime there. See, that's not a little. That's too much. Ugh. Then let's go into maybe a teal. Pardon my reach. I have a greenish blue here. Bluegrass. We are family. Sly and the Family Stone. There you go. We are family. I got my brothers. How'd it go, Barbie? I got my brothers and me. We are family. Well, Barb, I didn't know. Are you a greener too? You like the greens? I love me some green. All right. So I'm just going to start working this in. And I had mentioned, I think on Friday, or maybe I didn't. Maybe it was on the video I did, that Devin Rex Her Art is doing some kind of jelly print thing with a gal by the name of Brigitte. I was saying it better before. Brigitte Koopsen. So I just watched a little short video of her. See, now I was doing better before because I didn't have out as much paint, and now I'm knocking them all over. It's like dominoes. And Brigitte, I think it's Brigitte. Brigitte is very intentional when she is applying the paint to her plate. So I'm trying to be more intentional because I usually would go, all over. And then a lot of times I would just have mud, which it's just not attractive. I'm going to use my little leaf Stampin' Up thingy, little wheelie mabob. I did pull out a few other things. I mean, I've got tons of stamps. I didn't get into all of them. I just opened up the one drawer and grabbed a couple of different things. I can stamp off on that. This looks like stitches. This one's a little harder to maneuver because it's so skinny. I probably would do better with that one if I put that on a brick. I have this Dilutions one. These hearts are kind of cute, but they haven't turned out so well for me yet either. I'm going to try this little doodad. Little kind of dots on a rope. Oh, look, I pressed down too hard. I got it all in the middle. Where's Ange going? She's cleaning. All right, Ange, try to come back. Maybe go get a drink. Is she going to get a drink? I'm mashing down too much on the outside. It doesn't really matter. Because you're not going to see a whole lot of this anyway. And this is a barcode, a Timmy's barcode. I'm adding it. Okay, so that should be pretty good. I could probably use something right in there. I dropped I don't know where my numbers are. I had a little strip of numbers. I don't know what I think they hit the floor. I don't see them on the floor, but. All right, so I'm going to try a piece of fabric. I'm hoping this isn't too juicy for the fabric, but it might be. It's just a little square. This is just like a little piece of muslin. And it looks like it's maybe like about a 4x6. So I'm just going to put it down where I think. Now I've done fabric before, but I haven't done it in a very long time. I was watching Lisa Conway of Lisa My Eclectic Life. I think her and Tanya McGuire, it was a stream where they were both on together, but I don't know which one. Oh my gosh, Marty. You are correct. Okay, let's see if I can pick that up without. I should have pressed, well, maybe not. Maybe I should have pressed a little harder. That turned out okay. And then the cool thing is I've got the print of the fabric now still on the plate. Let me get another piece. Just have a couple of pieces torn and ready. Let's see if I can drop this down gently. The fabric that I printed on before I really like, and I've used it in a variety of projects, either on a page or like for a cover or a little piece of, as part of a cover or a whole cover. And because of it's acrylic paint, the fabric kind of gets nice and firm, All right, I got this hanging off the edge. See, you can see where I didn't press down. That's not good. I'm going to see if I can pick up a little bit in there. I guess it's drying too quickly. I'm going to go into The good thing is, though, if you have stuff just mushed all over, I think I have to work on my art vocabulary. Then you really can plop it down almost anywhere and pick something up. Yeah, it's drying quick. I'm slow moving. That's not too bad, though. Well, it doesn't have to be perfect, though, right? Now, like this is still a little damp, so it's still soft, but that may get a little better. So now I still have quite a bit left on the plate. And I want to do a couple of prints that we can maybe do some envelopes. I don't want to pick up too much. I'm going to let that dry just a little bit. What do I have? Oh, here's a piece of... Now, see, if I was home alone, Art vocabulary. If I was home alone and doing this, I would be using my heat gun. I use it very gingerly, but I would not recommend it because I don't want you to ruin your jelly plate. And they say don't use the heat gun when you are, trying to dry your jelly plate, but I'm very cautious. I don't know if my video I did the other day, I don't know if I used my heat gun or not. All right, so now see, I'm going to need a color to put on top of this to pick that up. So do I go darker? Hi, Judy. How are you? It's so nice to see you. Hi, Ray. Almost afternoon. Yes. 11:54 here. So I'm thinking like maybe a navy blue to pick it up. Right. Yes, Marty. I just got a new heat tool, and it's got two settings. So it's got that cooler setting and then, the blistering hot setting. Let's see. So what does everybody think? To pick up what's left on my paint on my plate, should I go dark or light? And I'm going to pick it up with little scraps of paper that we hopefully can make some little envelopes. I need a little sip of me water. I think I have a denim. I'm almost out of Payne's Gray, so I'm kind of hoarding that. I don't think I want that. Midnight. Dark denim. After midnight. I'm going to go with the dark denim. And I'm going to try my other brayer, and hopefully it's not as squeaky, squeaky, squeaky. I think another thing that I do that's probably incorrect is especially when I'm trying to pick up what's under there, get it all covered quickly and then sop up what you need to sop up. All right, I'm going to use these this is just little pieces of cut computer printer paper. It's real light. It's real light stuff. But if you watch that video of the Bohemian crafting lady, she used all kinds of paper. I don't think she used painty paper. Oh, that turned out pretty good. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, that's pretty good. But she used all kinds of stuff. Now, of course, these will be super mini envelopes, but that's okay. Hey, these are turning out pretty good. Oh, can it possibly be I'm getting better at this here jelly plate thing? Oh my gosh, wouldn't that be a blessing? Even when you think you rubbed every spot, I pull it up and I'm missing a spot. I'm like, oh my gosh, how do I do it? How do I do it? So they're pretty good. All right, so there's a couple little envelopes. Now I've got some extra smush here. So I've been printing off on 3x5 cards. I was doing playing cards too the other day. 3x5s are turning out cute. I would like to be able to do this and not have the back of the card or the back of the paper be messy, but in most cases you're going to be gluing that down. In most, projects you would use these in. Can anybody hear my husband washing dishes? Oh, that slid. I got a skid mark here. It's okay. I don't know if you guys can see, but on these little pieces I'm going to use for an envelope, because I pulled up a fabric print first. Yeah, I would be afraid of that, Barb, because unless it was offset, maybe an offset. It's a thought. I don't know if I don't think my camera's going to cooperate. But I can see all the little lines from that muslin. Oh, Marty, I got news for you. He does all the dishes. He does all the laundry. He does all the cooking. I'm a slug. I'm the resident slug. Like, I put some soup in the crock pot this morning. And I ran into the bathroom. I was coming back to do my dishes, and he was already doing them. Yeah. I mean, I would do some of that stuff, but he always does it before I get to it, because it's at the bottom of my list. All right, so I'm just picking up this extra junk. Okay, so here's where you get to decide whether I am crazy or clever. So I was messing around with my jelly plate the other day. Now I'm going to put maybe a little white on this and just pick up this jazz here. Well, you know what? I'm going to leave it there because it might work with what I'm thinking of doing, or what I did the other day. And so I had taken a flower stamp and stamped along. I made a little row of flowers and little circles. I think I showed you. It's in and then I decided to pick up the print. I think it's on the video I have to upload yet. Let's see if I can find it again. Because I was on my video saying you not only can, roll off and clean off your brayer in a book or a magazine, a composition book, you can also clean your plate and pick up, a print off of your plate if you want to clean your whole plate. And so then I was fiddling around with different shapes. And, oh my gosh, I found it earlier. I should have marked it. Anyway, I did the flowers, and I did some little circle-y things. And then I wanted some stems, but I really didn't have anything like to stamp on a stem. I mean, I could have found one and dug it out, but, my paint was wet. So, okay, I lied. I did the wheelie thing, I did some circles, and then I wanted little stems. So I just used the paintbrush handle. And, oh my gosh. Barbara says, my brother stayed at his mother-in-law's house once. He got up to go to the washroom, and when he came back to his room, his bed was already made. Oh my gosh. I guess she thought it was time to be up. And so anyway, I started to think, well, I wonder what would happen if I painted on my jelly plate. So I did a quick search on YouTube. I didn't spend hours looking. I'm sure there are videos. But I didn't really find the kind of video I was looking for. I was looking for a video using, the brush part, not to just apply paint, but to do some kind of a design or something. So maybe I didn't word it correctly, but I didn't really find what I was looking for. So then I just I messed around a little bit, and then I thought I would mess around more today. So I only have 3. And these aren't, the one I don't think is too bad. So this was my first one, where I was just trying to make some flowers. Actually, I was trying to make that look like a dragonfly, but it kind of looks more like a plant. And then I did a dark color to pick up the print. Now, the only problem with this is you really have to let it dry, and that's why I was messing around with the dryer, trying to dry this quickly. So then this was my second one. I was trying to place my flowers a little better. My petals on my leaves, they don't look so good. And then I spattered because I thought, well, if I'm going to let it dry, I might as well let some spattering dry. And then this one's my favorite. I think this one turned out the best so far. So, am I crazy or am I clever? Okay, Cheryl. Hey, Dana. Nice to see you. Barb, that's a great idea. Thanks, Dana. So I'm going to show you what I did. And then if you have any suggestions or ideas for a print or what I can try to do, shout it out, girls. Shout it out. All right, so I'm going to move my brayers for a moment. I guess I really should put those up and out of the way. So I've got here, now I think some of my flowers were maybe a little, and Marty's sticking with the crazily clever. Thank you. I'm going to start with a bigger brush, and I'll probably go smaller. This is a Jane Davenport brush. I like her brushes. Oh, Teresa did leaves last night. Oh, I love leaves. This is one of our mermaid brushes. So I'm just going to, let me pop some of these colors. Okay, so I'm going to leave out some of my greens, and I'm going to put some of these away. Just, you know what, I'm just going to take a minute to clean up some of this stuff here. Not sure about the glittery stuff and the metallic stuff. Excuse my reach. I'm going to pop that out of the way over there. Oh, I have more metallic out than I thought I did. I've got certain homes. Now, these little guys are still drying, so I'm hoping we can make some envelopes. Yes, there's 3 of them. I don't know where, but you know what? They're a pain to store because I don't like to have the tail down, but I don't want to have the brush down. You get this one. You get, I'm pretty sure there's 3. This one is really cool. That one comes in this little cute little case. Maybe it was just the 2, but I thought there was 3. I don't see my other one laying around, so maybe it's just the 2. Jane Davenport, I found these at Tuesday morning when the Tuesday morning I shop at used to have a lot of craft stuff. They've really downsized. And then, oh, here it is. And then this other one. They're really nice brushes. ladies. I know they can be pricey, but they're really nice. Okay, so what am I doing? I'm just cleaning up some of my mess here. Let's see. Let's trying to pick out the colors that go away there. The blues go over there. I'm going to mostly, I think, use white and green and maybe a little purple. No light pink, I don't think, today. I'm just trying to give myself a little more space. I'm going to use some dark colors. All right, so what I'm going to do is basically use my Timmy glass work mat as my palette because I can clean that up fairly easy. So I'm going to put out some white, and I'm going to put out a couple of colors of green, maybe 3 different greens. Can always add. And I don't want to use too much in the way of making my flowers. Okay, see the comment above. Check out. Oh, okay, Dana. See, I did look a little bit, but I didn't. So it's YEATES. Okay. Thanks. Thanks, Barb. And then a little bit of dark green. And then I'm going to put out a little bit of maybe a little dark purple because I want to kind of smush some of my paints as I go. And when I was glancing around trying to see if I saw anybody doing anything like this or what I was thinking about doing, I think Jane Davenport has a watercolor video on her plate for a jelly plate. So I have to go back and look for that. So these aren't real flowers. These are just made up things. So I'm just going to try to put a big flower here. So my brush, I had in water. I took out most of the water on a paper towel over here like that. So I'm just going to, load up some paint, and then I'm just going to tip into a couple of different little colors. And these brushes are pretty easy to get some kind of a petal look. I'm not doing so great there. It's easier when nobody's watching. Everybody close your eyes. I'm going to curve that in a little bit. Now I'm trying not to get too much paint because I want it to dry. All right. Then I'm going to do a couple little halfers maybe over here. Maybe just 3 petals. Oh, I know what I was going to do. I was going to turn my I don't know why I work landscape. I think Devin usually works portrait. I'm gonna change that when I get this pulled up. So now I don't have to be in a big hurry because I do want these to dry, right? So let's see. Let's put another little something over here. That's not such a good looking flower. I'm kind of twisting my brush as I. But see the top part of it, it makes a pretty decent shaped petal anyway. That's what I'm thinking. I should have gotten out a bigger jar of water to clean my brushes in. I'm also thinking that. Why didn't I do that? All right, and then I have a, they call it a filbert. It's a flat brush, but it's rounded at the top. I love this brush. So I'm going to see if I can make a little butterfly of some sort here. I should probably do a body first. Where's that? I have a liner, a heavier liner brush out yesterday. Like maybe a number 1 or a number 2, something like that. I'm going to give them a green and purple body, I think. Let's see if I can get them. I'm going to put them right there. You probably can't see that very well. Now I'm going to try to apply wings. I want the round part out there, so I'm just going to kind of come in this way. I mean, you can kind of tell what it is. All right, now I need a center for my flowers, and I just used a scrubby kind of brush that Donna Dewberry uses. You know, one of these. But you could use your finger, you could use a Q-tip, you know, you could use whatever. I'm just using a dark purple to put the center in here. And again, I'm trying to use as little paint as possible, but I think I got a lot in there because I need for it to dry. So now I'm going to come back in with my liner brush and just try to pull in some stems. All different colors. This little guy can go this way, this guy can go that way. And then I am going to put a little spot on the bottom of these guys, you know, where it's kind of attached to the flower. Then I'm going to try to pull some petals in that look half decent. Some leaves. So let's do a little light and a little dark. I'm just going to press and twist. It's a little too dark. Press and twist. Press and twist. Oh, thank you, Dana. I'm sure that's not true. I'm sure that's not true. All right, so now I'm just going to pull in some like grassy type things. But, you know, you could use a stamp to fill in. You know, if you have a little bumblebee, you could draw a bumblebee, I guess. But I would think it would be hard to. And then I'm just dipping in all these different colors. So I just want it to look like a field. But I'm trying to think of like other different patterns or different things that I might want to do. I might grab a little purple. So, you know, all this is starting to dry. And then what I did was I spattered because I like it. I just love spattering. So I'm going to pick up some of my white. I'm going to make that really juicy. And then I thought, geez, I could probably pick this up in a book rather than a single sheet of paper. So now I have to let it dry and try not to, fuss with it. Now somewhere I had that piece of, oh, how about that? I put it back where it was. So I'm just taking a piece of watercolor paper that I cut in half. My sister and I were messing around the other day. Where did I put that? We like to paint together. So we had taken our younger sister out for her birthday. And then she was going to go see the Downton Abbey movie with some friends. So my middle sister and I came to my house to paint. And we, first of all, we put together a book. I'm trying to get my middle sister hooked on more of like art journaling type of thing. Right now she's into watercolor and trying to paint different things. She's following Kathy Arbor and Angela Anderson, but I wanted her to make a book, so we got some watercolor paper, and I showed her how to Copic stitch. So she made a book, and I did, and of course like I said earlier, if you're not moving, you're getting jelly printed. So I jelly printed my cover. And then we picked out a little bird. See, now this is just, I'm doing chatter here while I'm trying to dry my picture. This leaf is got really heavy-handed on that. And of course my flower centers. I think I want to try a daisy, and I really like the flower I showed you earlier that had a lot of flowers on one stem. But I'm gonna change my plate from landscape to portrait, and I think that might be helpful as far as layout. I guess I could really maybe sop some of that up. I think Devin does that sometimes. I think sometimes she sops up some paint. All right, so now my thinking, I want something dark because I want the flowers to pop, and I kind of want to make it look like a nighttime kind of a thing. So on this one, I think I'm going to use my denim blue. And there are some areas that I'm sure are not as dry as they could be. And I don't know if it's going to work. Worked a couple times for me, but I don't know if it's going to work every time. So I'm going to put my other brayers. Now, another thing I was wondering, if I did this, right? What if I printed, maybe I'll try that on the next one. What if I stamped something? Okay, Teresa says be careful because the dark overtakes light, but it shouldn't. I mean, right where all the light is, right? It should peel that up. Of course, silly me didn't get my piece of paper out. I might have an avalanche here, girls. Now this paper is a little heavier that I'm using for this. This is I think 24 pound. And now we'll see how it goes. Now I gotta watch my time too, because Tanya McGuire should be coming on after me, I think. Ooh. Now, it did pick up some bits from what I had on the plate before, which I decided to leave on there. So I think that looks cool. You can't really see, like Teresa was saying, you can't really see my butterfly. I would have to do a lighter butterfly. But I think it's kind of cool. So I'm going to try a daisy now, all right? Well, my version of a daisy. And then the other thing I was thinking, like with the other ones that I did, and then once this one dries, you probably could come around here with either, a liner brush and do some outlining or some doodling. Right? Maybe that could work. All right, so I think I want to try to pick up what's on here. Let me just use a little bit of white, see if I can, so I have a really clean slate. See, I love how that goes. Yee, the static electricity. Yee. Let's see how clean I can get this plate. So if you have any ideas that you think might work with something like this, let me know. Barb says it's very Monet-esque. Oh, this paper is very textured. That's cool. It kind of left, oh, that's really cool. It kind of left a linen type of look on the plate. Sweet. All right. I need a sip. All right. Now I'm going to put out some white because I used up what I had. And I like to put a little green in my my daisy petals. I'm going to use this size, I think. This may be too small. Oh, almost forgot. I'm going to turn my plate this way. All right. And the other thing too, okay, Tina, the other thing too is if you mess up and you don't like your stroke, you can wipe it off. Oh, thanks, Judy. You could just wipe it off, right? All right, so I'm going to take and load my brush up. I'm going to grab a little bit of green because I just like it, and I'm just going to start making petals. And a daisy, to me, they're just skinnier, and there's a lot of them. And they're not all shaped great. And I'm trying not to put too much paint on my brush. I don't know. It's easier to do it if you have a circle and you know right where to put your petals. That one got too fat, but they're all different. This is looking a little more green than white. I'm really just kind of using the side of this brush. Let's do a little half her up here. Oop, that's way too much paint. Hold on. Let's erase those. Now, how sweet is that, huh? Lovely. Lovely. Let's try again. Let's put a little one over here. I did it again. It's like cleanup on Isle Daisy. All right, so let me try. Let's try another butterfly. Just pick up with one of your snail squares. Small squares. Oh, yeah. Oh, is Beth here? Good morning, Beth. Oh, it's afternoon now. Good afternoon, Beth. When you said that small square, I was thinking, let's put a little bugaboo over here. See if we can do a dragonfly. It's much easier. Me too, Beth. I think it's a good cleverly crazy. All right, so let's see. I need maybe a smaller round brush to give me, and this isn't real life, so the little bugs and flowers can be whatever we want. Let's see, or whatever I want. So if it's a dragonfly, it's just going to have its two little thingamabobs out there, and they're like all different colors. But I want to keep in mind what Teresa said. Let's see. So I want to come, I think, in this way. And make sure he's attached to his body. And I'm getting a little fussier than probably I need to be. Did you just wake up there, Bethy? I was awake earlier than I wanted to be this morning, that's for sure. And remember, I'm trying to keep the paint not real thick. Of course, with this kind of project, you can take your time because you want it to dry. Now I'm going to need some yellow. They call it Mo Yellow. That's right. Teresa says, our baby dragonflies have solid black square wings with baby blue bodies. Oh, how cute. All right, I just need a little bit of yellow. So I'm going to try a Q-tip on this. I'm just going to tap in here. I'm not sure that looks like a daisy. And I don't know what a daisy's, leaf petals really look like. Oops, I forgot to do the other one. Hello. Put two on this. I put two on this here. Picture. Cheryl is working on her space zine. Oh, that sounds fun. I haven't done a zine in a while. I still have my list of zines we made. Gotta get back to that too. Gotta get back to my. Okay, I'm gonna make some stems. Sometimes I think I should put the stems in first. Maybe I should have put some little flowers down there. Let me see if I can find, oh, here's one. Let me try an angle brush. I'm just going to load it up with all these different smushed together greens. See what I get. All right, I better practice. All right, let's go that way. We're just going to go up and I'm going to make them thin. I think they might be thin. Look at that. I'm just trimming it off. Oh, look, I smeared. I'll have to clean that up. I did a smear. Okay, so you can see this is going to take forever to do one of these. By the time you design it and put it on and then let it dry. All right, what does Cheryl say? Cheryl says she got the idea from Murray's video hop yesterday. Oh, great. That's wonderful. All right, now I need to put a little thing at the bottom of these guys. And let me do some more. I'm liking the I'm liking this angle brush for leaves. Now I'm getting crazy here. See? All right. Now I've got all of that pink I haven't used, so I'm going to spatter it with pink. Now, ladies, I can only say ladies because that's all that has said hello. So if there's a gent out there, I apologize. Oh man, I'm not going to see that so much. So let's do some pink and then do some white. What should I do to pull up the print? What color? Like a light teal, baby blue. I don't want to do lavender because of my bug wings. This is kind of a whitish green. Oh, I love when I get those lines. Love it. Okay, so now I gotta really let this dry. Teal. Jamie, love you more journals. Hi, Jamie. Jamie, have we met? So nice to see you. All right, teal, light blue. All right, I think I have a light teal. We'll do a combo. Let's see what I have here. This is a Bahama blue. And what's my other? Oh, the patina. I think I kind of like the Bahama blue. It's a good mix. Shades of blue background. Oh, well, that's an idea too, isn't it, Beth? I could do the real light up top. And then the teal and then deeper as it goes down. Yeah, let's do that. Excellent idea. But I've got to let it really, really dry. Now I've got a couple of spots of just water. I'm just sopping those up with a little cotton swab. Oh, and I didn't clean up this mess here. I have a little accident there. I hit the leaf. Ugh. What I had said before is that now once I roll this, all right, Jamie says she's around. She thinks maybe she was modding on a channel and, oh, okay, wonderful. Thank you. Like once I put my colors on and I brayer this out and put the thin coat to do the pickup, what if I put, like, use this stamp on top of that? How would that look? I don't know if I want to mess this one up. I think this one might turn out cute. So I don't know if I want to mess that up. All right, so these puddles are going to take a little while to dry. So you know what I'm going to do? Instead of us sitting here and literally watching paint dry, I'm going to move it aside, let my ceiling fan do its work, and then I'm going to come back to these little squares that we had stamped earlier. Now let me just see. These are, well, because I'm going to have to get out my cutter. So I guess I want, yeah, let me do that. Let me get out my little cutter. Now they're still a little damp, but I can use my heat tool on that, no problem. Because for those of you that are just have come in or just come in a little bit ago, I was saying I had watched the Bohemian Craft Lady. I think her channel name is Bohemian Crafting. Teresa says she's trying not to get messy with the sprays. Okay, she's going to wash her hands. She had all kinds of envelopes that she was showing on her latest upload. And they're really cute. Well, beautiful, actually. And she used all kinds of paper to make envelopes. I don't think she used painted paper. So I had printed on, did I just do, I thought I did 3 girls, but what did I do with that third piece? Oh, here it is. Got it. These are mostly dry. Now the trick is going to be if I remember where I put my envelope cutter. Oh dear. I think I can make one from, like, let's see what we got here. This edge is really scruffy. So if I go there, this will be 3.5. I guess I should check my envelope maker. Hold on, I think it's over here. Over here. See, this is the thing. I get these ideas and then forget, you have to find that stuff before you stream more so you have it to use. I'll be very disappointed if I can't find it. I usually put it right there. Over here, over there. Oh, bother. Oh, the ants are coming, the ants are coming, the ants are coming around. Oh, I see it. I see it. Do, 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 do. I guess you can make an envelope from a square. Let's see. Oh, these are really big. Well, we might have to wing it. let's see, all these, the paper size is 5 by 5, and these pieces are not that big. I don't know about winging it, guys. Most of them are, let's do 3.5 by 3.5. It'll give us a general idea of what it would look like anyway. This is going to be a super mini. Super, super mini. Oh, slice and dice. Are there any mathematical geniuses in our presence? I still don't know my multiplication table. My sister, my youngest sister, taught 4th grade for like 18 or 19 years. And she's not a math genius either. But at least she, oh, I took the wrong edge off of that one. At least she knows her multiplication table. She's like, you really still don't know them? I'm like, no. Yeah, yeah, that's true, Beth. You speak the truth. But, oh, there's another one. Oh, look, I found a 4th one. This one really looks cool because I can see the fabric. The fabric of our lives. Wasn't that a this one's off a little. A thing for a soap opera, an ad for a soap opera. Right, it's pure memorization. You were exactly right. And at my age, I don't want to do it. All right, so let's see here. So if my paper was 5 by 5, it's telling me to score on a on the 2-inch line. I need Ann Lahr. She probably would know what it is. So, well, you know what? Let's do a test of the American Broadcasting System. Thanks, Jamie. You know what? I don't even know how to use a calculator. All right. So, this is not the same size. So, let's make it the same size. So, most of I think 3 of them are at least 3.5 by 3.5. It's probably, I could Google it. I didn't even, you know what? I didn't even bring my phone in here today. That was probably not a great idea. All right, so if I do, I'm going to want it to be scored, right? So I have to score this way. I'm going to try it at a 1/2 inch, 1.5 inches. Jamie, you're very funny. All right, let's try 1.5. So what you do is you punch. If anybody hasn't gotten one of these, it took me forever to figure this out. And then you turn it to the score line and you punch on the score line. Oh, that must have been a little wet. It didn't cut. What's Barbara's telling me? There are only 3 kinds of people in the world: those who can count and those who can't. Oh, Barb, I knew. I just knew. We were kindred spirits. I think this will give us an idea. Oh, how is that for dumb luck? Like that needs to be trimmed. And that way, that's a little long. But it basically makes an envelope. And I just want to see how it looks with the painty paper. All right, so that was 1.5. The edge of my paper was 1.5. I probably, if I moved it down, I'm going to do this one 1.25. Keep your fingers crossed. Yeah, I think I should have went the other way. Next one I'll go the other way. I have one of those purple, the Ultimate Crafters box. I have one of those. And I think you can do larger and smaller envelopes. Oh yeah, this really got, yeah, see this is now looks like an alien. That did not work. Redo. Okay, so let's stick with the 1.5. I mean, what really, why do a test and then not follow along? Now this could be not exactly the 3.5. But I just thought a painty paper little envelope might be cute. So I'm just putting that on a score line. And this one didn't turn out either, guys. So what did I do wrong? I thought I measured them 3.5. Obviously, I did not. So we're going to scoot that in and really cheat there. Sometimes if you have painty papers and then you use them for your project and then you have little bits of it left over, if you're like me, you hate to throw anything out. So this is really cattywampus. But it looks cute. And then you could decorate this little puppy up. Epic fail number 3. All right, let me measure this. Where's my tester? What did I do with my little tester one? There's the little white one. Oh, here he is. Let's measure him. Oh. So he is, 3.5 by 3.5. And this one here is 3.5 by 3.5. So let's see if this guy turns out. I know I was on the 1.5 measure thing. I don't make enough envelopes, that's for sure. And I always make a crazy face when I punch down. And I use this envelope maker for a long time before I realized that there's a rounder punch at this end. I had no idea. None whatsoever. I guess I saw somebody on a video do it and I'm like, what? I don't think mine's like that. And sure enough, yes it were. It really helps if you fold on the line. And this guy, I think, is still going to be too long. That just about makes it. So I must have really been off on those other measurements. I'm having a hard time with the dark paper seeing the exact fold line. I didn't want to press too hard because I didn't want to tear right through the paper, because this is just the now who doesn't love a wee little envelope like this? It's just a wee one. So your little painting paper bits will look cute as envelopes. Just saying. There you have it. You're welcome. You're quite welcome. Okay, Barb, thanks for being here. Hope to see you soon. All right, let's see here. Let's see if we have a dry place. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go, loop-de-loo. Here we go, loop-de-lie. All right, we said we were going to do teal, but like an ombre type of teal. Let me get my paintbrushes up and out of the way. Get my little Q-tips in the trash bin. All right, it looks pretty good. I've got one little spot here that looks like it's water. I'll get that up. All right. Get my little painty bits out of the way. All right, I said I was going to use Bahama Blue. And then I have a lovely desert turquoise. Oh, Teresa Church. Hello, hello. A medium teal. And then this one is tropical blue, which is really a dark teal. All right, now I'm going to get to a different page on my rub-off or roll-off paper. Get that brush in the water. And here we go. Get all my paints out of the way. Just really have a hard time gauging how much paint to put on. I'm really quite light-handed with it right now, and I think it needs to be just a little bit more. It's just not, it's like soaking it in. Now, of course, I got a paint boogie there. All right, I don't want to start bringing up my image, which I think I am. So I'll quickly get a piece of paper. I don't know, guys. This may not work. Now, I think I'm going to do one more, just something real quick and simple, because I want to try putting a stamp or some kind of image on top of my lift up coat. It's kind of cool. I could have done better putting on the lift up part. See, in this I got right down to the paper. I pulled, maybe I left it get a little too dry. But see, I kind of like it over here where it's all kind of scruffy and, you know, not real even. I think that's kind of cool. And I could have put a dragonfly down here. That might have been nice. So I don't think it's too bad. And I think if you had a journal that was easy to lay, you know, they have some of those that lay flat. It might be fun to do some of these and just do a print in one of those journals. We could try that. Could we not? Well, I just have this journal here that I just made. How about I do that? A page in that. That lays flat. I did the Copic stitch, so it lays flat. So what I need to do is just do a narrow print. Let's try it, shall we? How are we on time? I still have time. Okay. Let's have another little drink of water. All right, so I'm going to use pure white to really kind of make, hopefully the flower stick out. I'm going to clean up all this other nonsense here. Give me a clean slate, if you will. I've got all kinds of stuff stacked in front of my keyboard. Let me move it out of the way. All right, Ange, welcome back. Okay, so this measures, I'm going to do it right in the middle here. So I'm between the 1 and the 5. So if I go over, that'll be good. So I'll know where I want to go. Okay, so let me grab I kind of like my angle brush. I'm going to use that. And I'm going to use the white, just pure white. And let's just start making little crazy leaves. I'm not liking that. We're taking that off. Let's go again. I'm not doing too great here. That doesn't look good either. Let's start at the very beginning. Let's go back to the, let's go to one of the, oh, I know what I could do. How about like a, oh, I just hit my camera. How about like a, you know, a dandelion that's going to seed? How about that kind of a flower? Oh, that might be lovely. All right, let me get some more paint out. Okay, let's see. Now, of course, some of these are going to be off the page, but that's okay. What did I say? 5 and 1. And they're all different sizes, so that might be good. I was trying to make a flower, Ange, and didn't look so good. And so I was being fussy. Got a little dot of white paint there. All right, now I'm going to pull in some stems. I feel like an artist saying I'm going to pull in some stems. If I can find my, oh, I put it away. Find my liner brush. See, this is what happens when you clean up. You never can find what you're looking for. Now, I do have a bad habit of leaving my brushes sit in water, but my liner brushes, I always take them out. All right, so I'm going to mix some of my green. I'm just kind of staying light, maybe a little bit of white in there. And I'm going to make some stems. Now, my book's not this big. I'm overcompensating, but that's okay. So I'll get what I get. You know, whatever I get, I get. I think dandelion leaves are a little wiggly. But whatever. And I don't really have to put anything around where the stem is hooked in. This one's really dense. Now I'm just wondering if I to create a little airiness, if I let this dry and then put a darker color in there, I wonder how that would work. But when I'm thinking of a darker color, I'm thinking of what? Maybe I'll use some of this dark teal and a little bit of purple. A little bit of dark purple. Guys, I have no idea what I'm doing. This is what we call playing with the plate. All right, I think I want to get a smaller scruffy brush. I just want to hit it a little bit. I don't think that's going to work the way I thought it would. No, it's not working at all, really. All right, back to square one. Ange says she's hungry, but she can't get to the refrigerator. How come, Ange? Hey, hi, Jen. Nice to see you. Thanks for popping in. You can't get to the fridge, huh, Ange? I'll do a little bit more down there. All right, let me give these guys some leaves. Bum, 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 bum. I'm trying to think what kind of a leaf do I want to try to do. A lot of times I just do stuff on my fingers, on my hand, the back of my hand. I think they kind of have Not that it doesn't matter. I think a dandelion's leaves are kind of scratchy. I understand. Okay, so Ange, it's not that the fridge is blockaded or anything per se. It's a little hungry individual is in her way. She can't get to the fridge. I'm just going to do little skinny leaves. I'll put a leaf in there. I'm going to put a little leaf there. Okay, now he's had 3 sandwiches and a bowl of green beans. Oh, God love them. These kind of look like butterflies that are on their way out, don't they? Hmm. Okay, let's see. Let's put I could take it out if I don't like it. I wonder how it would look with a little starbursty thing. He's 55. Oh, I thought you were talking about your nephew. That one's too chubby. Too chubby. Okay, so now I have to let this dry again. Not doing so good with that one. Let's put one down here. I'll have to check out that guy that Dana said is a jelly plate artist. Maybe I could make these into little butterflies. These that I do with my, I'm not keeping straight which brush looks like what. I don't know. Let me think about it. How much are you asking for them? Okay, let's do a little body here. Well, I'll know what they are. I don't think anybody else will know what they are. Let's get some blue, green, and some purple working here. Alien bugs. Alien bugs. All right, now, what color shall I use behind this? I was thinking like maybe an orange or something really bizarre. Let's see, what do I have sitting out here? I have this. Tangerine. I think that's a song. Tangerine. This one here is really wet. Now what I'm going to do on this one is once this, he's free. Oh, she said he's free. I don't know if he eats that much. That's really not free. You know what I'm saying? So I want this to dry really well. But then when I put my next coat on so I can pick up this print, I'm thinking about doing some other kind of imprint on that before I pull the print. How am I on time? I'm still okay. Alrighty. Alrighty. Now, what I did earlier was I was working on finishing up my little mini journals. Now, while this is drying, I can no longer tell, and I don't know that it really matters because there's nothing indicating. Yes, there is. I'm not speaking the truth. This is the top part of the book because of the way the paper is. So now I'm thinking this is pretty much finished of taking a piece of this fabric. Oh, it's not quite long enough. Well, yeah, it might. If I stretch, it might do. Maybe this one's a little longer because it needs a new. I'll have to go this way, I think. So I think when I'm done here, I'm going to pull a couple more prints on fabric and then make bindings that will go with my little books, and then I can glue those on and then they'll be done. So that'll be good. So if you weren't here, I printed earlier on some muslin. I just did the 2, but I've got a couple other pieces here. Got 3 more that I can do, so that'd be good. So I need one that is more in the teals. I got to pull a couple of prints on these before or something contrasting, maybe a lighter color. All right, this one here is really, really wet. I'm going to pick that up a little bit. Pick that up just a little bit. There's always little particles of them floating around, right? It's still quite, really quite wet there too. This is just an experiment. Well, I figured he was your brother, and I'm sad that you don't get along. Okay, I'm going to go tangerine. This might be a big mistake, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Let's try it just a little bit more. And then I have to think, what do I want to print on top? I think I'm going to just use this barcode, just a couple little things of barcode. All right, girls, here we go. Oh, look at there. Couldn't do that again if I tried. Okay, now I'm trying to move. Wow, that's really orange. Really, really orange. Oh, I've got that stitch thing here too. All right, hopefully this isn't going to pick up what's underneath. And it may not make a big difference. You may not even be able to see it. All right. Here we go, loop-de-loo. All on a Saturday, all on a Saturday, all on a Saturday night. And we're going to get what we get. This is a bit fiddly. And it's down. Now this is just a handmade journal. I'm trying to get down closer to the page I'm printing on to give it a nice rub. Here we go. That's kind of cool. Not too bad. But I like the stamp that I put on the background. That turned out not so bad. I think with a little practice, I wonder if I could pick up any of this. Not too bad. All right, let's get some of this up here. Clean off the plate a little. We'll do a couple of quick things. And all right, let's see. Let's move this guy off to the side. All right, let's go back to a little bit of teal. And let's do a little bit of lavender. And let's do some more teal. And a dark purple. Where's my, here it is, dark purple. And then I'm going to throw in a little bit of, lost my paper, there it is. I lost my paper towel. A little bit of lime green. That sounds quite nauseating. Now I need my small brayer. I'm going to start with my light color first. And I'm going to go into my next teal color and mix in my green. And then I'm going to do my light purple. Still, girls, I'm putting too much paint, I think, on my plate. I think some of it, okay, here's an excuse. Some of it, I think, is because I have a hard time with arthritic hands to squeeze the bottles sometimes. Hi, Amy. How are you? Nice to see you. Thanks. I was just trying to get somebody's attention to come in and say hello. All right. So now I'm just going to start making marks. And there's a fingerprint. Because sometimes I squeeze the paint bottle and I think I'm getting a little bit and then it won't come out and then, you know, you get a big old. I got brayers everywhere. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Did not want to do that. All right, I'm going to try to be gingerly with this one because Marty, you know, you can't press that without getting that little thing in the center. It kind of a weird looking little shape, it is, isn't it? All right, let's do some flowers. And I like my brick wall. Let's give me a little bit of brick. Carrying my colors all around. Love it. I do like this stitched. I think I bought some stitched things. I bought some I wasn't happy with, and then I don't know if I went ahead and bought the Tim Holtz ones. If I did, I don't remember where I put them. Oh, not good. Okay, I think that's enough. Now I'm going to try to pick up on my book covers here. My little book covers. I get a good spot. I don't think that matters right side up, but I'm going to go for it this way. And I should be able to get, hopefully, that looks cool. Now I want to get the other side too because I want the front and the back to match to some degree. Yeah, that looks okay. It looks okay. All right, let's go with this one. So they're kind of the same, but they're still different. I thought I had a third one that needed to be done. So that looks cool. And that one I think looks okay. So maybe that's done. Now let's see if I can get something on. I wanted something contrasting for the fabric I'm going to put on the back spine. So let me pick this up. Oh, here it is. That one's done okay too. Let me pick this up. I'm also putting these prints in this half composition book. So let me see what I can pick up here. I'm trying to sneak in there and get a okay of me. That's not too bad. See, and then I can come back in and pick up other portions of it, which I kind of like. That turned out okay. Because it doesn't have to be, for me to like, it doesn't have to be solid. I like some of that white space. Now, the other thing is that I've been printing is pages of this journal that I took apart. So I need something. It had a lot of, to me, weird stuff in the center that I was not, that keen on. So now I need to get a color and cover that to pick up the rest of that. And I'm not sure what I want to do. I'm going to have to pick Devin's brain, I think, as far as pickup color. Maybe I'll use what I used. No, but then it won't show up. Maybe I'll use reverse. I'll put dark purple up there. Let me put a little lime green down here. I got most of it. There's not much down there to pick up. And must be heating up. I think our air conditioner just went on. I'm going to do the dark purple up here. And then let's see, that's kind of, maybe I'll just do a green. All right. Now let's see. I should have flipped my page. It would be nice to have a little heated area of my desk where the pages that I'm working on would just, from the heat of the desk, would dry quickly. Wouldn't that be cool? Now, I'm going to do something really crazy here. I'm going to take my little honeycomb silicone piece from the dollar store. Just make a couple of marks here and there. And then I'm going to take my page, lift that up. Now I have to think about the color I want to pick up next on my piece of muslin that I'm going to use to recover the spine, right, of my book. That looks cool. The honeycomb print did come through. It's a little dark, but that's all right because I've got a whole bunch of different colors going in that book. And then I'm just going to pick up the rest of this with my composition book. Thanks, Jen. It's messy, but it's really cool. And to me, it's very addicting. All right, so I have this mini and this mini and this mini. So they're all basically in the same color wave, and that mini. So I need cloth that I want to cover the back spine with. And what I was thinking was to print some of this on some of this muslin. Maybe the plain muslin would be nice. Maybe I just do one color. I know, right, Dana? It's very addicting. It's hard on my arms. I have fibromyalgia, and a repetitive motion kind of irritates it. Jen is suggesting maybe a yellow. What if I did, do you think? Oh, you do, Jen? Stinks, right? I, maybe a little yellow and maybe a little orange and a hot pink. I don't have to use it if I don't like it, right? Okay, so I've got a really nice yellow here, which is, I think it's yellow squash. Oh, summer squash. So I'm going to put some summer squash. And then what did I say? Orange. Anne had me use yellow. Oh, it was a beautiful combo. Yellow, coral. I'm just about out of this coral blush. I'm getting crazier and crazier. And then she did a teal. I'm just going to use this top part of my plate, I think. Let's do this middle of the road teal. Let's see what we end up with. I didn't, oh my goodness. I'm getting messier as the day goes by. Instead of putting my bits back where they belong. My bitty bits. Now I'm cleaning off my brayer in between colors. Now some of the colors it doesn't matter so much because like yellow and orange work together, but orange and blue, maybe not so much. Let's see how that looks. All right, so now I'm going to use my Harlequin to make some little marks. And then I'm going to use my brick. And I'm just here, there, and everywhere, really. Get some of the barcode. And let me see if I can find real quick my, no. Let's do a little leaf. And then let's grab a piece of fabric. Let me see if I can get, Gotta put 2 on it. Yes. Very pretty combo. I mean, I wouldn't have thought of it. Now I was trying to get not a whole lot of color on there, a whole lot of heaviness, thickness of paint, I guess I should say. I think with the fabric, you can go a little heavier. But I kind of wanted that look because I don't want it real heavy. So that might look okay on the cover. So I'll trim these down and then I'll glue them on and then my little books will be done too. So that's cool. Now what's really cool, and I know you guys can't see it, but with putting the muslin down, now I've got all those little tiny hatch marks from the fabric imprint on there, which is beautiful. It's just to die for. I mean, it's really pretty. So now to pick that up, this again is where I've said it all afternoon. This is where I struggle. Like, what do I want, a light color or a dark color? Now, Teresa had said earlier, a dark color overtakes the light. So maybe I'm missing the mark. Maybe I need a medium shade. So if that's the case, I could really use perhaps this desert turquoise. I hate to not get that, you know, because it's so pretty. All right, let's see. Going for it. This is going to be my last pull. Last pull. Well, last pull on camera. A green maybe. Too late. The lag. I give my kingdom for a leg. Now, where do I want to put this glorious, I hope glorious print? Do, 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 do. I'm going to put it on one of these journal pages. This one just has writing. And we'll see. So I believe Tanya McGuire will be coming on shortly if she's not on already. It's 20 of 1, so maybe she's not. I think she comes on around 2. And it's Sunday, so Mary will be on later this evening. And then tomorrow you have Janet Nash and Dee Dee Willingham. And then in the evening we have Lisa, My Eclectic Life. Oh, it really got dark. It's still pretty, but it really got dark. See, a lot of times people pick up with white, but see, when I do that, I don't get much of the other color. It's mostly all white. Yeah, live and learn, right? I mean, it's practice, practice, practice. So I did this, and it's not bad. At least it covers up what I didn't like on this page. So I did that today. I did these fabrics. And I've got a couple other fabrics here. Did this fabric and this fabric. And then we did the covers of the little books. And then on Friday, I'd finished up a lot of these. Now, some of these pages are watercolor and inked, and some of them are pulled prints. Okay. Oh, cream. I didn't think about a cream color, Jen. That's an excellent suggestion. And then I did this guy. And then I did my cover before I came on. And then I did several in my half size. Look, I got a big blob of something there from my plate. And we did several of these pages. So I got several of those done. So I got quite a lot done. And then I did a couple. I've been picking up my extra bits on 3x5s. Don't forget your 3x5s. And then Friday I was picking up on playing cards. I don't know if I have those here. I can show you. I don't know what I did with those. Let's see. Some of them I sanded first, sanded off the finish, and then I started trying them without sanding. And you know what? It's holding on pretty good. And then I think it was Susan Gerald suggested I try printing on the number side, which we did. So they turned out okay too. And then this was the cray part of my day today, whether I'm crazy or clever. And this was what I was messing around with yesterday, and then I did a couple today where I used my paintbrush and painted on the jelly plate and then picked up the prints. So which one did I do today? I think I did this one. And I did this one yesterday. And then I did this daisy. So there you have it. All right, thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate it so very much. Have a good afternoon. If you can, join Tanya in a little while, Murray later this evening. And don't forget, take time to be creative and enjoy the journey. I want to thank my mods. I think who was here with me today? I think Marty and Barb. Thanks, girls. Yeah, the daisy looks pretty cute. Not too bad, right, Jen? Not too shabby. All right, ladies. Hope to see you on the tube somewhere. Have a good afternoon. See you soon. Now I'm looking for my mouse. Take care. Hugs to all. Bye bye.